The book of Ecclesiastes contains many, many truths that really are mostly things that we already know. And yet we see that the Bible is filled with passages, not just in this book, of things that it repeats to reinforce truths to us so that we can remember them in a very positive way. One example of that is found in chapter 11, beginning at verse 5. Solomon writes, "As you do not know what is the way of the wind, or how the bones grow in the womb of her who is with child, so you do not know the works of God who makes everything. In the morning sow your seed, and in the evening do not withhold your hand, for you do not know which will prosper, either this or that, or whether both alike will be good." Both of these verses use that phrase that reminds us there's something that we don't know. And I think they're tied together in thought and in context. The first verse reminds us that we don't know the ways of God. At least we don't know the ways of God in a comprehensive manner. We don't know everything that there is to know about God. He gives these couple of examples here that maybe we could say, in one sense, man's knowledge has increased and he might know a little more about those things now than Solomon and his contemporaries did then, but we still don't know everything about them. And we have to be reminded of the fact that there's a limitation to man's knowledge. Man often refuses to accept that, and we sometimes find ourselves thinking that we do know everything. Not that we think we have the potential, but we're already arrived and that we do already know everything. And yet that's a very arrogant attitude. We must have the humility of mind and heart to realize that we don't know everything. Consequently, and what he states in the next verse about, sowing your seed in the morning and doing your work in the afternoon, I think the connection there is that even though you don't know everything, continue on the best that you can and doing the things that you do know how to do. Now, you don't know the outcome of all of that, and that verse states that as well, but you still continue on doing the things that you can do because you know that God knows. And knowing that God knows, I don't have to know everything because I know God knows. And I know that God knows more than me. I know that God knows better than I do. I know that God knows what is best. And most of all, I know that God will work all of that together to give me the best.